So, Orc Crushgate, the flagship of the Architect, is flying over Urson Bluff right now. We're really close to the Balan Canyon. When do we strike? When do we give the order?
When they're over the canyon.
I think we should aim the signal firework hopefully at the
Ship.
Sounds good to me.
It's puttering along. I'm guessing you guys are in the same trench as the Thane on his gigantic dome balloon. Steady, steady, hold, hold, hold. And the rain starts to come down a little bit harder, and it starts to darken the sky. And they are over the Balan Canyon now. So they just traversed it. They are in the center of the Balan Canyon now.
I think we go.
All right, so the firework, the signal firework. It illuminates the sky for a moment, and you see tons and tons of orcs. You have the base, like, platform ships with, like, the warriors, bunch of, like, scouts and fighter pilots buzzing around, and then, like, the main ship in the center. And then a second firework sets off, and you hear a battle cry. You hear, "For Canyonway!" And then all of the pieces of furniture start rising out of the canyon. And they start to engage the orcs.
Alright. We roll initiative?
Well, for now, while you guys are just flying around with like 100 guardsmen and 200, 300 orcs or so, just let me know.
Okay.
What you want to do.
So I'm
maybe
going.
I
We'll
want to
go-
throw my...
We'll go around the table.
Okay, yeah, you start then.
Alright, I'm going to throw my fuzzy trinket from my bag here and summon Crab Able.
Okay. Okay, so you throw the trinket. Where are you throwing it at?
I want it to land on the ship.
Okay, where on the ship are you aiming? You're facing very heavy opposition. There's lots of orcs. They're like flying around. Some of them are throwing tomatoes at you. They're all over the place. You gotta hurry. You gotta throw it right now.
4, huge ape, giant ape!
No.
Yes!
Yes! Crab Able! Attack the ship!
Ace in the hole. Works every time, 1/4 of the time.
So all of a sudden, the flagship just like buckles a little bit. So the center of it just goes, and this gigantic ape just starts smashing the brooms and starts sweeping his hand and sending orcs flying. He sends orcs flying, and he grabs the battering ram. And he starts smashing orcs with it. And he takes the battering ram and he smashes it back down into the ship. And he jumps after another orc platform and like starts riding it. And it starts going careening, and it goes careening into the canyon, and it smashes on a plateau, and there's an explosion.
Crab Able!
We hardly knew you.
Is Crab Apple alive? Dead?
There's an explosion. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
So,
Right now, I'm gonna assume he's dead, but focus on the orcs flying around.
What's the state of the ship?
He did a real number on the center of the orc flagship.
It's still flying, so.
It's still flying. I mean, it's made entirely out of magic rooms. So even though it looks like a V now, it's just still going.
Every part of it closed.
The fact that it looks like a ship doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna batter it with a very strange looking collection of brooms.
And you see like orcs like tumbling back, like over the edge.
Alright, what does the Bloody Man do?
So is there leader? Can I see if they have that guy still there?
The orc attack?
I guess is that just the same the broom maker? Who's the architect?
The orc attack is the leader of the orcs.
But he is an orc?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he's the orc attack.
Well, the architect could be the broom guy, because he was the guy who...
That's way too many levels. Like, this is about as...
shallow as orc stories get. Alright, I will go after, I will target the architect.
Okay, well you don't see the architect. There is like a command deck on the ship and like a stair ladder made out of brooms.
Yeah.
So there's like an interior of this ship.
Alright, I'm gonna land. I'm gonna sort of make an away team of a few soldiers.
So you're like calling in, and bear in mind right now, it's not like you're just flying over there unhindered. Because there are tons of orcs all over the place, and these orcs are flying, and they've got like their swords, and they're meeting with soldiers, and one of them takes like a swing and flies a soldier's head right off, floats, hits you right in the chest, and you're like spinning around, and you're like spinning, and all these orcs are flying around, and some orcs just fall off because they don't really know what they're doing. And meanwhile, you narrowly dodge out of the way of this guy on a bunk bed, and he's like really not getting a hang of it. He's kind of like, and he's like trying to shoot at the ship, but like he's getting a few shots off, but it's not really like he's trying to control it with his legs. So you finally manage to like corral in a bunch of soldiers and tell them to land onto the orc flagship. So you guys land onto the command deck.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to try and fly around. And whenever I get over one of the platforms the orc has, I'm going to drop one of my magic seeds on it. And since it's raining, they'll sprout into trees on their own.
Okay, so you take it out of the pouch, you drop it, and all of a sudden you are just like careening in space. Can you make a dex save for me?
19.
Alright, you manage to grab a hold of the tree, and you have the hold of the broom in your one hand, but the tree is just like falling, right? So the tree is like...
I was on a table.
Oh, you were on a table?
Yeah, and I was trying to like drop the tree off as I flew by.
There's no way. The moment it left your hand, you made a gigantic tree which like ruptured the table. But you grab a hold of the tree, and you ride the tree down directly into the center of the orc raft, which just shatters. And you manage to grab a hold of one of the brooms from the orc raft and grab on. And like, you notice right behind you that there's an orc.
Okay. Do I get to react, or is it somebody else's turn now?
No, the orc tries to punch you.
Okay.
As orcs do.
What's your AC?
13.
Okay, it hits.
Alright.
For 5 damage.
Okay. I'm going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
Okay, can you roll a 1d4 first?
1d4 first. 2.
Okay.
Hellish Rebuke. So it gets a dex save, and then I roll 3d10.
Okay. What's the dex save against?
16.
Okay, it goes.
Alright, 6, 15, 25.
Okay, so what is it Hellish Rebuke does?
It's like, whenever I get hit with something, I can respond by like, it's like a demonic...
It's a bunch of fire.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so it's a fire. So you get hit by something, and like, so he punches you in the back, and his hand engulfs in flame, and he goes, "Ugh!" And he just falls off into the canyon, and he's like screaming the whole way.
Okay.
Alright, so
Amnon.
Yep. So I'm gonna look for the densest collection of orcs I can find and
There-
flying in the air.
Okay, so like around the flagship, there's like a giant like cyclone of orcs that are like circling around, waiting to be called in to attack.
Alright, so in the 30-foot cube in front, like that the cyclone's going through,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay. And I gotta see what that is again.
Yeah. So I create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated.
Oh dear God. Alright, so what's the wisdom saving throw?
Against my spell DC is 16.
Give me a second.
And that'll stay there for a minute as long as I keep.
Dear God. Okay, so there's like a pack of like 20 orcs, and just 2/3 of them just like they go, whoa. That's the only way I can describe it.
And they just fall on
Yeah,
the brooms?
yeah. Well, they're incapacitated,
Okay.
and they fall careening down. All right. So, are you going to? What, do you have anything specific in mind, or are you going to try to assault the flagship?
Assault the flagship in a certain way, though.
Okay.
I'd like to try to fly directly underneath it
Okay.
and cast a Burning Hands
Okay.
cone of fire at the bottom of the flagship.
Sure.
That is now like a V.
Like right at the V.
Right at the V.
Okay.
At the apex of the valley. So
All right.
it's that way.
Is that an
I thought-
attack roll or what?
Is that the spell attack?
Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah. What does Burning Hands do? Like, is it like automatic, or did you just have to make a fool of yourself?
You missed the giant ship.
No, it's just a deck save. So the ship makes a deck save.
Which-
The ship fails its deck save.
I don't know if a broken ship can
The
make-
bottom of the ship is on fire now. And this is like right at the crack, is what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay. Drew, we're gonna pass you for now, okay?
Yep.
Is there anything else that you want to do, or you want to join Drew?
Now I'm on a slow broom now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just hop onto the ship as
Okay.
well.
So now, from what you can see of the tides of battle, is that there's just a lot of screaming orcs, and this flagship's actually getting like most of the way across the canyon now. It's within a mile of town, and it'll be there within like 5 minutes or so. And when these orcs set foot in land, that's when the real trouble begins.
All right.
Not as if this is trouble right now, because there's just hundreds of screaming orcs flying around decapitating guardsmen. And the guardsmen have like lances, and like this is one guardsman who's like skewered like 8 orcs, and he's like, someone help me out with this, and then he's just like, whoa, he falls out of his dresser and falls into the canyon.
Okay.
Should we call in our reinforcements at this point?
Yeah, probably.
On the side, yeah.
Most definitely.
Wait, what were you?
The second group that was waiting in reserve.
Like,
Oh, to repopulate. The repopulate. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But first, I'm gonna cast Shatter. After I land, it's somewhere near the back or near the Bloody Nine. I'm gonna cast Shatter at the front of the ship
Okay.
to try and like just do some damage to it.
Okay.
Uh, 11 damage.
Okay.
And
To
roll
the brooms.
D4.
Oh yeah, and a D4. 2 on the D4.
So you like shatter some brooms, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot off the signal.
Shoot out the signal?
Yeah.
Alright, so the signal gets shot off, and then you hear another rousing cry, and a wave of dressers and drawers. Or what was it? We had the bunk bed division. Yeah, so these are all guys in drawers.
Chests and side tables.
Yeah, end tables.
tables,
I can't think of like anything else.
benches.
Yeah, like
Couches.
doors. Like there's like guys on doors and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cabinet doors.
There's one guy who's on
Lazy
like,
boy.
There's one guy who's on like a bunch of saw handles like put together, and he's like got him on his feet, and he's like, whoa!
He's so good at that.
All right. Okay.
He has not killed any orcs.
All right. So Meanwhile, the Bloody Nine is like slogging his way through orcs in the flagship. And like there's just like a path of bloody orcs. And this ship is just like it's not made particularly well. Like the inside is just like this broom's rolling all over the place and it's all held together with like mud and rope. But you see like some cowled figures looking like for fires, and like when the fires start, they put out the fires. Like with like this, with one of these.
Alright, you putting out
There's
fires?
orc shamans.
Orc shamans.
Oh.
Wait, like the
Magically.
torches that they're carrying, or
No,
like
any fire that appears on the ship, they're magically
oh,
putting
so
it
the
out.
fire that I started
Mm-hmm.
underneath. Okay.
And I've got like 8 orc clubs on my shield at this point.
Okay. It's getting really strong. You need to take a second and like rip those off.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Okay. The Bloody Nine has cleared a path through this command ship. And he's getting close to the belly of the ship. And I don't know if you guys have a signal or something, but you get the feeling that you should join him. Right now.
Yeah, I followed him down.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fly up and land. Yeah, hop onto the ship, but I'm gonna keep my well, I guess I can't keep the chest of drawers.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
I guess I'm gonna have to leave it on the deck
Okay.
and follow him down.
All right.
Flying.
All right, flying in. So you guys are like flying in. Maybe like you get to the side of the ship, you like rip open some of the brooms, and you like kind of crawl in or something. But you guys all meet up, and it was really nice of the Bloody Nine. I don't know why I'm trying to say the Mighty Number 9 because it's from the Mega Man Kickstarter. But you guys slog your way through, and you just notice that like the Bloody Nine's shield is just like covered in blood, guts, club, orc heads. Like any like semblance of beard, he's got like 10 heads, like all like dripping together on it. And it's just wild. And like there's like an orc shoe with like a live orc that's like kind of scrambling on the ground. But as you get close, if you get deeper into the command deck, you feel the ship kind of rudder, and outside you hear these screamings and you start to hear like explosions outside too, and like thudding against the deck. At one point, you see like you hear a big thud, and an orc head kind of pops in.
Just the head?
Yeah, and you guys get to this main chamber where there's like this orc, and he's got like these like cogs on his shoulder and like these goggles, and he's on like this giant broom in the center of the ship.
Is it a broom made of brooms?
It is a broom made of brooms.
Okay.
And he's like flying it, and he's like, he's the one in charge, and he's like flying it like this.
Alright.
And there's from what you can tell, there's a couple cowl figures and some really ugly looking orcs on the side.
Okay. How many of each?
2 cowled figures, 2 ugly looking dudes, and then
The main general.
yes,
Alright.
I switched back to the great axe.
he's okay, good.
Alright. Are we gonna roll initiative?
I don't know, are we gonna roll initiative or what? Let's do it.
Let's fight him.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
which do we roll?
Do we have any other tasks? Can we try and convince him it's a bad idea?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I want to be like, hey, friend!
And they all roll for initiative.
23.
Wow.
I rolled 7. Alright, I got total 7.
6.
Your X is at 6. Hold on, guys. I gotta get this ready for a sec. If you want to
Stop
pause it or
recording.
something.
Okay.
All right. So the architect turns around and he gives his great villain's monologue. Kill them. And we rolled initiative. Riku, you get to go first.
Ooh. All right. So I'm gonna move like here and try to cast my blinding cone
Okay.
such that it's got a 15-foot radius on it.
So you're gonna do it like right here and hit all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that can work.
25, 28.
28.
Yep.
You can't actually do it to any of them, unfortunately.
None of them have lower than 28. Damn.
Nope. Okay. Amnon. I keep on wanting to say om nom.
Oh no.
I mean, he is a compulsive eater.
No. Alright, so,
Finally looks up from his sausage belt to reveal a battle right before his eyes.
as my bonus action, I will hex the general.
Okay, and what's that do?
So I place a curse on him for an hour, and until it ends, I deal 1d6 extra necrotic damage.
Excellent. Sounds
And
good. But you have to remember that.
Yeah, I will. And also, I get to choose one ability, and he'll have disadvantage on ability check for that.
Okay.
So I'll choose Wisdom.
Okay.
And then for my spell, I'll use Command at 3rd level, and I'll target him and the 2 orcs,
Mm-hmm.
regular orcs, and I will tell them to drop.
Okay.
So if it succeeds, they'll probably drop whatever they're holding.
Okay. And it's a wisdom command?
Yes, Wisdom save.
And they need to do that on their next turn. What's the wisdom save?
16.
Okay, so first one saves. So that's this guy.
Aren't they at disadvantage?
No,
Only the general.
Only the
Oh.
general.
This guy fails. And the general fails.
Alright.
Alright, so it's the architect's turn. So the architect failed his save, so it's a drop. Target drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn. Okay, so the architect chooses to drop the magic broom he has in his hand and gets off of it, I guess. And all of a sudden, the ship starts to go. So it starts to tilt. And then it is the Orog's turn. This guy. So he walks right up to Riku and attacks. And that is a 23. I'm assuming that hits. And that is a 10 damage.
Oof.
And this shaman steps up and casts a spell on the Bloody Nine. And basically what he does is he goes like a... I know that's going to sound great when I'm listening to it. Can you make a dexterity saving throw of... Yeah, jeez. I'm like all over the place right now. I need more space. I need like a battle station.
Can I see this spell?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at advantage. Oh wait, no, I haven't raged yet. So, 13.
13. No, you save. Okay, so you take half damage. And that's going to be...
2-1.
So, 6 damage.
Okay.
Is that reduced to 3?
Yeah. No.
Because he saved. It's 6 total.
That's half the die I rolled. Unless you want me to keep rolling and get higher than a 1.
I'll take 6 damage.
Alright. The other shaman.
That's a powerful spell. Half of 2 1s
Yeah.
was 6.
Yeah.
And shoots
Full
the
damage.
spell at this.
Like
Now, I'm just kind of freeballing it here, guys.
Yeah, it's fine.
No problem.
Alright, so shooting at Rex.
Actually, yeah. You know what he's gonna do? He's not gonna do that. He's gonna be a little more exciting. And he's gonna cast Hold Person.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Negative 1 wisdom.
Oh no. I have proficiency in wisdom. I'll push you out of the way.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Me or Todd? Or
12. 13.
Oh, you save. Okay. Damn it. All right. Bloody 9.
Is this my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's just like an orc right here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll step up and beat that dude down, but I'm gonna
rage.
I'm gonna rage first, and then I'm gonna step up and beat his face.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll just roll for one attack first. 14,
No.
20.
Yes.
20 damage.
20 damage. Rex.
Alright. So, are these 2 orcs?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points
Okay.
to use Twin Spell and cast Hold Person against both of them.
Okay.
spell save of, or spell DC of 16. Wisdom.
This guy fails, and this guy passes.
Alright, so the other guy is saved. Yeah, and that's it. I'll run over this way.
Okay.
So I'm away from people.
And this guy, it's his turn. What's his DC?
16.
He's fine.
Okay.
Alright. And so, at the end of this turn, the ship starts to lean to the right a little bit. So can you guys make a dex save for me?
I failed.
I also failed.
I did too.
15 plus my
Ni-
plus 4.
yeah, 19.
19. What is the threshold?
What is it?
19.
Oh, I'm
total.
arbitrarily declaring it.
Oh.
Okay, so everyone except Riku and the Architect falls over.
It's just I rolled a 1, so I couldn't have passed.
Ah.
I rolled like a 6.
Alright, Riku,
Yeah.
your turn.
Also, for a dexterity save, she probably has proficiency in
Dex save?
Yeah.
dex saves,
Yeah.
right? So
Your
it's,
proficiency bonus.
it's not just +4, it's +7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also don't know what the passive wisdom thing is.
Oh, that's just for like noticing things when you're walking around.
Very
that
slowly,
you don't
not running
like,
into a room.
that
Or-
you don't like specifically look for.
And it's plus 11 in that.
Like an orc hiding behind a painting.
Yeah, that might be something that passive perception should pick up on.
Open the door into the room. The guy's behind the door.
This room has a lot of decoration in it.
Yeah, I have
A lot of orc
proficiencies,
sculptures.
saves in dex and int.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, anyway. I'm gonna use my cantrip mage hand to make that hand.
Yep.
Can I use it this turn?
Yeah.
I wanna float it over to the helm room thing
Okay.
and put it back on course a little bit so
Okay.
we're not tilting.
So you set it back on course to destroy the city.
Alright.
So I also want to use True Strike so
Oh.
that next time
Yeah,
I'll
that
have
sounds good.
advantage. So does that mean I can't attack
No, not
this turn?
You're good.
I can just attack. It's not advantage.
Yeah. Nom.
Alright, I stand up.
You stand up. Okay, now.
I
The
Eldritch
True Strike
Blast
is your
3
action.
Architect.
Alright, Eldest Trash for the Architect.
16.
Okay, you hit the Architect.
Okay. 17 damage.
Oh, nice.
Turn, did your whole
That's
person
my
work?
turn.
On one of them, and then it's saved immediately on its turn.
The Architect is going to, he's just going to leave the room for a minute. And is this the Architect?
That no,
that's
the
his
horse
curse.
is the architect. The D4 is the hex. On it.
Okay, so he is, I guess he's going to walk over.
Okay, didn't
I'm
you
sorry,
have to roll
Riku.
something for the hex?
He did. He rolled it with his
How much health do you have, Riku?
30.
28.
28, sorry, 28, yeah.
28, okay. How much AC do you have? 16, okay. 2. Okay. You get hit with him, and it just like cleaves into you, and you just fall on the ground.
Is she dead or unconscious?
She's unconscious.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
It means you're at negative HP, but not negative 10. So you can be
Yeah.
revived.
So it's
but-
different in 5. If you take damage that would put you below 0, you go to 0.
Oh,
If it's more than half of your total, your life total, so like if you were at if you have 50 maximum hit points,
yeah.
and the hit would put you at negative 25 or more, then you die instantly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you go unconscious and you have to make death saving rolls every round.
Okay.
So I'm at 0,
Yeah, you're at 0.
but no one has any healing.
I have a couple healing potions on me.
Yeah, you
But
get to take
she
healing
can't
potions.
do that unconsciously.
I can pour it into her mouth.
Okay.
So I just don't understand how I come back from this.
We're
I
fine. We'll get
heal
to
you.
it.
Yeah, I heal you with potions.
It's the Orog's turn, who is this guy, I believe, and he attacks the 29. And I think he hits?
AC 15?
Yes. And he does 13 damage. This shaman steps up over here, and he attacks the Bloody 9. And he misses. Runs over to Omnam and attacks. And misses.
Oh, were you factoring in half damage from piercing bludgeoning?
To you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so instead of, I just took 13, I would only take 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to bash the guy I bashed before.
Okay.
Miss. Hit. 24.
Okay, so your flaming great axe, you just rail into this guy, and you just like, and this orc just
Damage to yourself.
Damage to myself. 3. And then I have 1 left, and I will attack the big guy.
the architect.
Yeah.
Or this guy right next to you.
Guy next to me is dead, right?
No, there's 2. You got attacked by a shaman.
Oh, okay. I'll take the shaman first.
Okay.
Over 20.
You hit him.
20.
Oh god.
Yeah, that vicious great axe is like stupidly good.
Yeah, especially I don't know if I technically take half damage from its rebuke.
Yeah, probably not.
I think it's it doesn't say what type of damage it is.
Rex.
Alright, I'm gonna run over to
and
Riku.
I take
pour
2.
a healing potion in her mouth. So she heals 7 HP.
Okay, she is
And
up
it's
to
fast.
6.
No, she goes to 7.
Lame.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points to quicken spell, and for my bonus action, cast Chromatic Orb at the Architect as a level 3 spell.
Okay.
So that's an attack roll. 12. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos ability to gain advantage on the attack roll. 15 that time.
Okay. And roll 1d4, please.
And 1d4. A 1.
Okay, roll for damage against Riku.
Roll what?
A d6.
A d6. 4.
Almost killing her directly. Yeah.
So here you shoot your chromatic orb, but there's also this pulse of force, and it hurts Riku, and it hurts the architect too. And like the brooms just start to vibrate, and then the master broom in the back just starts to go like this, and then the ship starts to go like this. Oh, yeah. And then so the ship is just starting to like get into like a vibration cycle now.
I'm screwed. I also did 16 points of damage to the architect of ice damage.
You can guide it each turn.
No, but did it dissipate
Yes,
when I did
yes,
it?
but it's a cantrip. So.
Yeah, okay.
4 plus 16, so 20.
No, just 16.
Yeah, but
No.
you did 4 with the.
Oh yeah, 20 total damage.
Okay. All right. So this guy in the back was paralyzed last turn, but this turn he does as he was commanded and drops his weapon. Riku, I would suggest you disengage as.
You can use that as your bonus action, though, right?
Sure.
She has the rogues have an ability to like
That makes sense.
disengage. as
That
bonus
sounds
action.
like something a rogue would do.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably read that and didn't understand that disengage was a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, your cunning action, you can dash, disengage, or hide as your bonus action.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go
Stand
away.
and then disengage.
Okay. Stand, disengage. And I'm moving away from people. Probably this area.
Okay. That sounds good.
And I don't know, should I just cast Mage Hand and True Strike again? Can't hurt.
You can throw your daggers too. Daggers you can throw,
Oh, I also have a small knife.
so you could attack. You have spells left too, right?
Yep. I have Sleep, Burning Hands, and Disguise.
Is there any place you could hit people with burning hands that aren't people in our group?
Everyone near me is coupled with some of them. Okay.
Okay. So roll what? 48 or something? 5d8 for it.
Sleep. That'd be
16 plus 1.
21.
21. Okay. The orc that the Bloody Nine was attacking has fallen asleep. In the midst of the chaos and the battle and the warring that goes on outside. By the way, another orc just flew in through the brooms and just left out the other side. It's pretty wild. He went in on one broom, like went flying through, and then like just landed on another broom and flew out. Okay. Anman.
Alright, I'll just attack Mr. Architect again.
Okay.
18.
18. You hit.
16 now.
16 damage. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
The architect. The architect. What does he do? The architect steps up to the bloody 9 and attacks. It's twice. What's your health?
Oh, God. I have 38 current.
Okay. 15. So 7. 7 damage.
I can take 7.
So much less than Jen took.
Having resistance kind of helps.
Yeah.
Really helps.
Okay, and one of the shamans is asleep. And the other shaman casts Hold Person on Anman again. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
10.
You are frozen. Lovely.
Paralyzed.
Yeah. The bloody 9.
Alright, so there's shaman next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that's asleep, or
Yes.
is there somebody else?
There's a shaman that's asleep next to you.
Alright, so I'm at advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Swing at him. Hit. Not good damage. 12 damage.
12 damage against the...
Sleeping shaman.
he wakes up, but he's not dead.
Okay. I will, is he still on the ground? Am I still at advantage on him or no?
Yeah, still on
yes.
the ground.
Okay. 20?
You finish him off no matter what.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah.
And then, I'll swing at the architect.
Okay.
He's just normal, like there's no advantage or anything like that. No.
Okay. Rex.
Alright, who's left right now? So
There's a guy who hasn't done anything the entire
toss me
fight.
a healing potion in the corner of
The
room.
architect and the shaman.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I throw a potion to her?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that as my bonus action. And then I will cast Chromatic or wait, so this is the Bloody 9. This is me, Architect, Shaman.
Yeah, I don't know where the shaman
Shaman's
is.
over here.
Oh, Shaman's over
Next
here.
to me.
So he just paralyzed you. I guess he was right next to you, I forgot.
Alright, I'm going to cast Shatter here, so the
Mhm.
10-foot radius hits the Architect, but not near the Bloody 9.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level spell. So they need to make Constitution saves.
And what's the resistance?
16 on the spell DC.
Okay. They both fail.
Okay, so they will take 4d8 damage. 18 damage each.
18 damage?
Yep.
And
Thunder damage if it's relevant, and any objects take damage as well.
Oh.
okay, you damage the master broom as well. So the ship's already shaking like this, and now there's a bunch of cracks within the ship,
All right.
and it's starting to like reverberate through. War Chief picks up his weapon and walks over to you. He's almost ready to do a turn, guys. Riku.
So does drinking the potion count? For
Bonus
anything?
action.
I think it's
Everything's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Well, I might want to do
Actions are
another,
bonus action.
another bonus action. Like,
I mean, do you want to heal or do you want to do something else? What's more important?
I suppose I'm gonna try to heal.
It's amazing how well we've done without any like serious healing or support.
Alright, so what do I have to roll to?
So a healing potion, you heal 2 plus 2d4. So yeah. That one's a 1. You get to roll another one. 4. So you heal 6.
And I was at 3,
Yeah.
so I'm at 9 health. So that shaman is still
The one that's asleep
Oh.
is dead.
right.
There's a shaman over here.
Yeah, why don't I cast sleep on him?
And what? How much can you? What is it? 4d8 or 5d8?
5d8 or
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that there's extremely small chance of that working. Just as an FYI. You could cast sleep on the Orchitect though, and that may work.
Is it remaining HP?
Yes. It's like Pokemon.
Alright, I'll go. Can I also, like, cast Mage Hand and do something with that?
No, you already used a bonus action to drink the
okay.
potion.
Alright, so I'll just cast Sleep on the Architect.
Okay, so 5d8.
18.
18? Okay. You just get enough for the Architect to fall asleep. I don't know what that means. I guess he's kind of drowsy. And so the Architect, he just kind of goes, and he smashes his face on his broom and his goggles just shatter. And so, I'm not.
Wisdom save.
You're out. The Architect, he's asleep. The Shaman runs over and punches the Architect.
Yeah.
Wake up. To wake up.
Hmm.
Bloody 9.
Okay, I'm at advantage against the Architect.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the ground,
Ooh, not good. 15?
No.
Oh, fuck, dude.
yeah. Even
Yes.
lower. With
Bonus.
And then bonus action.
22.
That is.
Jesus. 4, a 7, a 3, and a 4.
Finish him off.
Alright. He's dead.
15, 16, 17, 22.
You take your axe right into the Architect's stupid head on the ground and you just chop it right off.
After missing left, right.
Middle.
And so the Architect is just like, and the shaman next to him goes, no, and then this one goes, Father, we'll die together.
You have so much to live for.
Rex.
Alright, so
Oh, and I take damage. I take 1.
so there's just the shaman and the other orc left.
Yes. And the ship. You want to make a perception check?
Yeah, I will make a perception check. 10.
10. Okay, the ship does not look good.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to the master broom
Okay.
and try and make the ship not as bad.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and like get it under control, stop it from shaking, just like hold it steady.
Okay, you hold it steady, and then piece of it just kind of flop off because it was shattered earlier.
Okay, is it doing anything? Like, it has the ship steadied at all?
The ship is steadying.
Okay, I'm just gonna try my best to hold
Okay,
the ship.
all right. You're holding the ship in the direction it's going, which is forward and slightly down. You just realized this.
Okay, I guess I'll have to wait till my next turn.
Towards the tail.
Yeah.
And
Has Crab April movement?
Crab people blows through the bottom of the ship.
the war chief runs over to you, and he just jumps onto the broom.
Okay.
Oh my God, going down with the ship.
And the ship just starts to plummet down.
Alright. Do I get to do a strength contest against him
Not
to
yet.
try and pull it up?
Not yet. Riku, what do you do?
I'm gonna grab a broom from a shattered piece
Okay.
and I'm gonna get out of there. Abandon everyone.
That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Amnon?
I am also going to grab a broom, GTFO.
Okay. And the shaman is going to do the same thing.
GTFO?
Bloody 9?
I run over and I try to,
Okay,
with my
so
bestial
you
strength.
guys are all like wrestling. Are you ready for a strength contest to determine what happens to the end of the campaign?
I've been born ready for
Yeah. So do we all make the
contest.
strength check, or?
Yeah, we all make a strength check. Or no, you can assist Drew in his strength
Okay.
check.
So he gains advantage, or does he just get like...
He gets advantage.
Okay. So you make a strength check, Drew, with advantage.
Okay. some good die. Okay. Actually, orange has always done well for me. Wait, no. These are the two I want. There we go. I rolled a 10 total.
Wow. It's gonna be a contested against the orc. So
The orc can still lose.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't just crash and burn into the town.
I need to see how strong the orc is. The orc is pretty strong. Okay, so you have a 10?
Yeah.
Alright, well the orc has a 12.
Damn it!
Oh no.
Wrestles you off to the left. He wrestles you off to a right. And he goes, Father, this is for you! And he just plunges it down. And from the outside you can see that Drio Crushgate has made it to the settlement and it is going directly down into the gate. And so it's the entire broom ship flies full speed, which is kind of slow.
Yeah, by the way, this is 11 miles an hour or something like that.
Into the gate. And so
practically slow.
It just kind of goes like... And like the brooms just kind of like splinter slowly, and they just keep on going. And then the battering ram just kind of falls on top of the gate and just kind of tumbles a little bit, and then it just kind of, and then like the wall just kind of topples over a little bit, and then like a few of the houses nearby fall over too.
Did the Bloody Nine and Rex survive?
I don't know. You guys want to make some deck saves for me?
Could I
Pretty
see the ship going down?
No, you don't get advantage. 20.
Didn't need it. 19.
All right. So you guys are like well aware of what like this guy is doing, and so as the broom ship is like destroying itself into splinters into this gate, you guys are like running up backwards, so you're like moving in place as like the brooms are just like destroying themselves.
Splintering behind us.
Yeah, so you're like running, and like you get to the stairs, you run around the stairs at this shattering, and then you get to the top and you jump out just in time, and then you land into a giant pile of splintered brooms.
Nice.
Congratulations, you guys just saved the town of Canyonway.
Despite how much damage we did
Yeah,
to it.
it's like half destroyed.
And all the townsfolk just got destroyed by orcs on brooms.
Yeah.
You can tell
All the
that
guards
like,
are dead.
there's tons of like furniture smashed all over the place, dead orcs everywhere, and like there's some skirmishes going on, but you see a lot more furniture than brooms in the sky, and you know that's a good thing.
Alright, I stand up, Rex dusts himself off, looks around, sees that the rest of the party's safe, and says, well, I'm not going to take the blame. Casts invisibility on himself and starts running away.
Okay. Todd, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna disguise myself as Bra and fly around the town in victory, shooting off sparks and any fireworks I have left.
Hey, Bloody Nine, you doing anything?
I'm just laying there.
In the like the shattered.
Yeah, I'm pretty done.
All right, and Riku.
I go and find one of the bunk beds that someone fucking abandoned.
Okay, there's like a dead person on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
So you climb up to the top bunk.
And I just take a nap.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating in Night of the Flying Orcs.